Hi, everyone. Happy Monday. Happy Tuesday for those of you on the other side of the world. I know I don't address that very often, so I'm sorry about that. Yeah, happy because it's, in Australia, it's Tuesday. So I hope everybody had a really good weekend. Just like really quick business announcements that I do want to make. The 30-minute reading is still on sale. I still have a couple of spots left for this year. Like literally only maybe 5 reading spots left for 2019, and then everybody's going to start being booked in 2020. The jewelry is on sale also. So if you're wondering what to get people for Christmas, usually you will receive it in like a week and a half after you order it. So if you want to get it for Christmas, before Christmas, now's the time to do it. I went to the post office this morning. It was insane. But today's energy, it's so interesting because just the energy lately, like in the last couple of weeks since we hit Sagittarius season, has sort of been on another, like a whole nother level. Everybody's being really outspoken. Everybody is, which I actually think it's a really good thing. I feel like during Scorpio season, we were all sort of like shut down, like shoved, like don't speak your truth. Don't say your emotions. We can't do any of that. And now we're in Sagittarius season. And everybody's out, it's a good and a bad thing that that's happening because everybody's sort of telling you how like social media is insane right now. Everybody's just kind of like telling you how it is. Everybody's getting, and I also think it's sort of the ramping up to the end of the year. And today's energy feels very nostalgic. I think it's a lot of the moon aspects that are happening because the moon is in Taurus. It's also void. The moon is void. So if you feel like you're having a hard time accomplishing things or feeling like you can't stay on task or you get distracted very easily, it's because the moon is void. It's not just your ADD. It's not, you're not just antsy because it's the holidays. The moon is void. But yeah, all of these moon aspects, like the moon is trining Venus, the moon is trining Saturn, the moon is sextiling Neptune. And then we also have Mercury coming up to trine Chiron. So all of that it's bringing a lot of emotions to the surface. And I think that, and Mercury is now in Sagittarius. So when Mercury is in Sagittarius, we're all speaking our truth even more, right? That is really where, and now Mars is going into Scorpio. I'm not sure if it's there yet. Let me look. Oh no, it's there. Oh, it's been there. Sorry. It's so interesting when we have this really great mixture of signs where all of this stuff is happening in Capricorn. We have the sun still in Sagittarius, and we also have Mars still back in Scorpio. So it's a nice spread of energy, but I think all these moon aspects are making everybody a little bit emo today, a little emotional, a little bit extra. So just be kind, I guess. I know I say that a lot, but I think that we all really need the reminder, some of us more than others, to just be kind with your words. Like, you don't always have to be right about everything. Sometimes it's better to keep a friendship or to keep a relationship and you be wrong. Having to be right all the time about everything, that's an ego thing. That's a pride thing. So if you are finding yourself fighting right now more than loving, something needs to change, and it's not the people around you, because it's not them doing it. If you are literally, like, if you're a person right now that can say, I'm getting in fights with everyone is fighting with me, I want you to check yourself, because in the common denominator of everybody fighting with you is you. So maybe it's your, and maybe that's what you're attracting. Maybe there are some things that you need to address. Maybe those fights and arguments are some things that you need to address, just like within, right? It doesn't even have to be addressed in the outside world. I mean, like an emotional address, right? But yeah, so And I was very nostalgic this morning, and I was also thinking, and I think it's because the Halsey song, New Americana, if you haven't heard it, it's one of my favorite songs that she does, because I'm listening to it and it's literally my older two boys. It's like, the backside of their generation that she's singing about. And it's so interesting. And this is where the nostalgia came in for me today. It's so interesting to think back 23 years ago when I was their age, and how things were so different, and the things that Halsey is singing about in that song. We never would have guessed. We never would have guessed of the changes, like where we would be today, and everything has evolved, and that kind of goes along with, when I was talking last week, like Wednesday, and even on Saturday a little bit, about giving back to the generations that come after us. We actually learn more from them sometimes than they learn from us. We can pass down our knowledge, but if we're not open and ready to receive the knowledge from the kids that are younger than us, and when I say kids, I mean even people that are only a decade younger than you, or, not just, because I learn something from my children every single time I'm with them, something new about myself, about life, about the art of love. Like, I learn something new from my kids all the time. And so today I was sitting there listening, and that song just popped up on my playlist, and I'm like singing to it really loud. And I was like, oh, wow. I think, and I love it so much because my kids do get to, I'm proud that they get to experience the world in such an evolved and awakened kind of way. There's still a lot of work to do. Yes. But yeah, the path that they're leading us on, I want everybody to pay attention to that, and to stop bitching about those damn kids don't know anything these days. Like the kid, and I'm gonna stop calling them kids. The accounts that I follow on Twitter also have really opened my eyes up to a lot of knowledge that the generations under me, and I'm at the end of the 70s. I was born at the end of the 70s. So the generations that come after us are teaching. I'm learning so much more from them than I feel like my parents ever learned from me. And maybe my parents did learn from me, I just didn't hear about it, So one of the, very nostalgic today, and something to explore, like with this Mercury in Sagittarius, this is like a very exploratory time. Opening up, and Jupiter is going to be trining Uranus here in a couple of days, and like the knowledge and the expansion and like everything that is coming up, and the evolution of all of it is huge, and it's amazing right now. We do have the full moon in a couple of days. I am not going to do a full moon ritual because I need a break. I'm only going to be doing like the regular meditations on the weekends. The final 3 meditations of the year are available to register for. You can get them all in the same swipe, so you don't have to, or register for each of them and just get it all in the same order. Or you can get them individually as the weeks come up. Or you can sign up on Patreon and you get all sorts of extended readings and all sorts of extra things and all sorts of extra meditations and all of that. So let's look at the cards. I didn't realize I was going to talk about nostalgia for 9 minutes. Sometimes, I'm not really shocked. My Mercury is in Leo. When people tell me that I'm barking, like I actually had somebody in the Aquarius reading tell me that I was barking to stop barking at the camera, and I thought that's so Leo and Mercury of me to be barky, because I'm very, like, the way that I speak when I am on it, when I'm on a roll, I'm very confident about what I'm saying, and I'm not going to mince my words, and I'm just going to put it out there. So yeah, it's pretty funny When I do that, all you got to do is be like, oh, there's Betsy's Leo and Mercury. Mercury and Leo. Okay. This is very interesting because I feel like somebody has to either betray themselves or be betrayed in order to begin something brand new. Something has to be taken away from you and it's not going to feel good. I feel like somebody's going through something where the sun is at the bottom of the deck. I'm just going to show that to you. There's like a manipulation that's happening, but it's actually for your best. It's for your best and your highest good. But something is happening where somebody's going to feel a little bit betrayed, I feel like. So we have the Six of, and it's what's interesting for me is having the Six of Swords be the first card that came out. I immediately want to say it's all going to be okay. Like, this is everything that comes after this card is actually moving you in the right direction. You're still going in the right direction. You're still moving in the way that you're supposed to, but this is probably happening because you had an opportunity or you had a chance to change something in your life and then you didn't do it. And so now something has to come along. It's almost as if it's like a divine intervention had to happen. But we have the Five of Pentacles, the Fool, the Seven of Swords, and the Magician. Some of you are sitting in a lack mentality, even though you're on the precipice of like shattering ceilings is actually how I want to say it. You're not like shattering those glass, you know what I'm talking about, shattering the glass. Okay, anyways. You're not really in a lack mentality with the Six of Swords here, and it's time for you to pull yourself out of that. But again, you're like you're on the verge of starting something really, really amazing. The Seven of Swords and the Magician down here, I feel like this might be for some of you a lack of self-esteem. Honestly, like the Seven of Swords feels personal. Like you're taking it personally. Whenever I wear this sweater, I feel like I should have a pipe. It's not even my sweater, it's my son's. That's why it's so big. It's my 16-year-old's. You see. I say that, and some of you are thinking it's like, isn't her son just 6? Yes, he is. Yeah. Oh my God, you guys. What Spirit just said to me is hilarious. So you know that meme where it says, wake up and put your feet on the floor. Oh, I don't remember. It's the not today, Satan. You know, not today, not the, you know, the devil's not going to get me today, not today, Satan. That kind of, that's what I heard, not today, Satan. The Ace of Wands on the Six of Swords, this is exactly what I meant by things are actually going to be just fine. There's an opportunity that's being shown to you. Like I said, some of us are on the precipice. I almost want to even say that there's like a mold that's being broken. Like you're really going to be coming out and pushing yourself far, but you're letting those damn karmic lessons get the best of you. And when you sit here, this cannot flow. This is the universal flow of love, right? And I know that there's a very real fear when you don't have the funds that you think that you need to have, or you don't have the, you know, the roof over your head and all of the things that you think that you need to have. When everything starts being taken away from you, it gets very, very scary, and you start to hold on to things for dear life. But some of you are at the end of that. Some of you are at the end of losing things more than gaining things, and you're about to break free, but you have to believe it. And you have to believe it for yourself. You not because I'm telling you. You can't just be like, yes, Betsy, I believe, and then not truly, but yes. Oh my God, I was wondering, I was wondering when the tower was going to show up, because I was like, this feels very much like a tower moment that is happening to somebody. I'm even wondering, I'm like, I wonder if this is going to be happening to me. Like, what's the tower moment here? But that's why and this is what I was saying, is like, this probably is happening because you were supposed to, you know, you're probably getting the nudge or the signs to change something about your life or to do something different about your life. And you kept putting it off for an easier time, or you kept putting it off because, you know, it just isn't the right time. It's just not the right time. It's just not the right time. And the universe is like, you know what, bitch? It is the right time now, because I'm not waiting anymore. And so the tower shows up, but the tower is bringing you that opportunity. Now it's like right in front of you. And this is what I want you to embrace. You know, allow yourself to embrace that opportunity. Don't go there. Don't go to the why me, poor me, woe is me. I mean, if you want to feel really bad about yourself, that's perfectly fine. But we all know that you're strong enough. We all know that you're strong enough to get through this too. So, because you've probably been through worse, right? Let's see what the Seven of Swords is. And when you embrace the change, when you embrace the evolution and you embrace the change, you can rest, my friend. See, and here's the thing. Being worried about what's happening, that's not going to make anything better. That Four of Swords, though, is saying you can rest easy. I like that all of these Swords cards are coming out saying you can rest. Things aren't actually as bad as they may appear. Let's see what this Magician is, because this is creation. This is creating something new. And that's where I want you to focus. I want you to focus. Oh, the sun is at the bottom of the deck, friends. After all of that, and we still have a brand new day, and we're still being taken care of, and we're still creating. I'll go back to those cards in a minute. But allowing yourself to give to the creative side and not so much the anxiety side. Like, I feel like you're in the middle of, what do I do next? The Nine of Swords or the Magician? Because I have the Six of Pentacles right in the middle. So where are you going to place your energies? I also want to say, I really just want to emphasize, I want to emphasize to you guys that I feel like this was something that was a very long time coming. And somebody even might have manifested this to happen. And then when things were supposed to start changing, or things were supposed to start going in a different direction, they resisted. And when they resisted, that's when the universe was like, you manifested this into your life. And now you're going to turn it away because it's coming at you in a way that was unexpected, right? The Sun, Temperance, and the Empress. I mean, that's just being very well taken care of altogether right there. The Sun is the best card you can get in a tarot reading. It's abundance, it's clarity, it's health, it's a brand new day. The Sun is everything. The Sun is warmth. And coupled with Temperance and the Empress, there's so much creative power that you can work with right now. Staying in that Five of Pentacles, feeling like you're in some sort of lack right now is only dragging you down. It's pulling you down even further and further and further. And you can't do the why me, why me, why me. You can't do that and then expect to not get an answer. It's not about you. This has nothing to do with you and what you wanted. There's a bigger picture here. And that's what we're being forced to look at. The bigger picture. I feel like there are a lot of changes that are coming to people right now. Embrace them. I know it's scary. I know that not knowing what's coming ahead of you is not always the best feeling in the world, but know that you're being divinely guided. You're being very well taken care of. And if you need any further assistance with your own personal situation, readings are on sale right now. I love you guys. Have a really wonderful day. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning. And yes, I will be finishing the general readings in the next couple of days. I love you. Bye.